So out and about today, and it's beautifully sunny. It's been rainy all week, but absolutely beautifully sunny now. And I'm gonna turn around. There is Vicky from Seems Like Vicky. I'm gonna put everyone's Instagram handles in the IGTV. Yeah. And there's Emily from Citizen Snips. So some local sewing friends who have very kindly joined me today. So we have our Snip Sew Snap photograph challenge taking place it starts next Monday, runs until the 6th of June. So 17th of May to 6th of June. So it's all about getting out and about and taking some pictures of your handmade garments. So we thought we would take you on a photo walk so you could see what kind of things we do, give you some ideas. So I'm just going to turn the camera around in a second. Hello Joe. Joe's waving at us. That's Emily's partner. Right. There we go. So there's Vicky, there's Emily. Hello. Yeah, it's just suddenly got unbearably hot. So we've come to a park really not far away from the shop. Nice green space. I show you around. We've got some equipment, but everything can just be done on a phone. But we've got tripod here with phone holder. Vicky's got
Bluetooth clicker.
Get a bit closer. There we are. Little Bluetooth clicker, which are like a couple of quid on Amazon. Really, really handy. So it just means you can have a steadier shot. It means you can take a shot of yourself. So if you were this side of your camera, using the front camera, then if it's just you with a tripod, you just go for it.
Yeah, you can see what you're taking and it just gives you a bit of a hand. And if you want to get your friends in your shot with you as well,
yes,
you can all stand slightly further apart, but you can make sure that you're clicking that as well, and
Indeed.
You don't have to put it on self-timer and do a great run.
And you've got a fancy camera here, haven't you?
Yes, this is a mirrorless camera. I used to have a DSLR, but I'm lazy and these are much lighter. I picked this up. I've just got the kit lens on today. I haven't actually managed to buy any more lenses for this yet. I find it great and it just helps me take a few more sharper photos, and as I'm interested in photography, it's nice to combine my hobbies.
So does it, is this one links up with your phone as well, doesn't
Yes,
it?
this one can link up with my phone. So a lot of the photos that you'll see that I take, I actually take myself because I feel a little bit less self-conscious, and I just take my tripod and link up my phone, and that's why you quite often see my hand hiding behind here or put on self-timer, and then I'll sort of put it out and run to it. And sometimes just having that little bit of separation helps, although I am a big fan of the selfie or a mirror selfie too.
Yes, also good ideas. So if we were going to take a picture of Emily in her outfit, so Emily particularly hates having her photo taken, don't you?
I absolutely hate having my photos taken.
So I know you tend to feel quite awkward. I've taken pictures of you before and just like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, you have to take about 100.
Yes.
So I can choose the one where I don't look like I'm being held hostage.
We are going to try and take some nice pictures of Emily, get her to loosen up a bit. So should we pop you in front of these lovely trees over here?
One of the great things about these trees over here is we've got a little bit of shade, and sometimes when you're in direct sunlight you can get really bright spots on your different face, or you might not be able to see all of the different details of the clothes that you're trying to take a picture of, because we're trying to showcase our me-mades. And so it's really nice to just get Emily in a little bit in the shade so we can make sure that it's not bright and dark.
Not too overexposed,
and too overexposed. So if I can get you to stand just in here, We've got some nice little flowers going on in the background. We've got your lovely moon skirt. We've got a little bit of shadow on your face, which can provide some nice little bits.
Very film noir.
Also, Emily has her sunglasses on, which I find really helpful sometimes when I'm not feeling photos, because we'll get you to take them off in a bit, but you don't have to worry about what you're doing with the top half of your face at that
Yes,
point.
and also you don't have to worry about putting makeup on the top half of your face.
Exactly.
Oh God,
So
this is even more mortifying than normal.
oh no,
Yeah,
get live on the
we'll go for a
on
couple of nice
Instagram to the world.
There we go.
But do feel free to ask any questions as we go. Vicky's good photo stance here.
You've got a lovely smile as well. Maybe play with your hair a bit. I know that's one of your favourite ones. Some good giggles. See, giggles.
God.
I mean,
I've forgotten how to play with your hair. How does one play with her hair?
you could go for a nice sort of scrunch if you want. I mean,
Nice.
you could all be
No, that was good.
Yeah, it's cute.
Oh
I mean, you don't have to look directly at me if you don't want to as well. Sometimes I know that it's really difficult. That's nice.
Yeah,
Looking
cheeky
down.
little look off to the side. So if you are the photographer, a good tip is to really just take a look at the whole kind of scene. Make sure there is nothing sticking out of Emily's head. So she hasn't
Always
got
helpful,
horns
yeah.
or antlers or whatever.
I mean, that might be the look she's going for. She's got her moon skirt on.
Yes.
So you could be going for, slightly ethereal vibe.
Who are you wearing right now, Emily?
Yes.
Who are you wearing?
Agave.
So this is the Dirando agave skirt, which is reversible. So somebody's asked, Stitch the dress has asked, give us some pose suggestions.
Oh, please impose.
Right,
Okay,
lovely.
A few pose suggestions. So what I've actually done now as well
Ooh.
is a couple of angles. So Emily has a beautiful smile. And one of the things that I'm doing is just trying to capture from different angles.
Yep.
So we've done a few standing up poses, we've touched her hair, we've looked at the ground, the classic Instagram profile pictures or the pictures where we're just like, I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. So Emily, are you happy to sit on the floor?
Yep.
Maybe as if we're having a picnic.
Okay.
Maybe put
Very
your-
convincing picnic pose.
Maybe sort of sit a little
Yeah,
bit like
that's
this.
perfect. Lovely.
As if you're ready to reach for another strawberry
always ready to
or a
reach for a strawberry.
scone or scone Instagram,
Scone.
your debate.
It's gone. Also, a good tip for me, so being a vertically challenged person, if I'm wearing anything that's sort of midi length or maxi length, the wrong angle can be disastrous. So it can very much make me look much shorter than I am. So a good tip in that instance is to get your photographer to be lower than you,
Yeah.
so that they are
You stay where you are.
so they are taking pictures sort of angled upwards, and I can't tell you what a difference it makes. In fact, we might try and get some pictures later to show you the difference that kind of angle can make. And yeah, you'll just feel like you're more confident in that picture. She's looking lovely. This is a lovely pose. Oh, look how awkward Emily is. She's just like...
I mean, how did that feel with being told where you can put your arms? Does that help a little
I
bit?
think that does help because I think I forget how humans stand.
Yes.
I mean,
And
what the
how
great
humans
thing
sit.
is, you've got 3 points of contact on the floor, so we're all unlikely to fall over. That's
Which
a
is also
tip.
very nice.
Excellent.
And also, if you've got your 3 points of contact on the floor, you've got something that you're doing with your legs and your hand, because I know that I can definitely sort of go, what am I doing?
Yeah, make like a claw or something, a weird claw.
One of the things I also love, like I said, if I'm triggering my
Yeah,
camera with my phone, if I'm putting my phone in my pocket to hide it,
yeah.
that's another way of hiding it. So putting your hands in your pockets can be really helpful, and it shows that you've got pockets. You didn't put the effort into making them just for people to not
Exactly.
know they're there.
Pockets are there for our secrets
I'm gonna
and our
get you,
hands.
Stand up now, if that's okay. Trying to think what else we can do.
So I quite like the sort of looking off to one side. Oh, what's going on over there? Also, so ways to kind of keep you a bit more engaged. We'll get Emily to think about her cat Nova.
Oh,
Look,
that's
instantly, she's brightened up.
Yeah.
Think about Jeffrey and Audrey.
Oh, beautiful
See?
little
Oh no,
cat.
now she meant to start crying. But like genuinely, like thinking about nice things is going to kind of radiate from your face. So,
That was okay with your hands and feet.
Yeah.
Don't panic.
but also like a hand on the hip,
yeah,
you
hand on the
know,
hip.
also fun.
I mean, hand on the hip and hand on the head. I mean, or you could do the little teapot.
I'm a
as well.
little teapot. Yeah, perfect pose.
I mean, I have a few. Some of the photos I take as well. I have a dinosaur dress, and I like to pretend that I am the animal that is on my
T-Rex.
clothing sometimes. So sometimes I will take daft photos where I am boring. It's
Depends how fun you want to get.
exactly, my comfort levels are very different to Emily's,
Yeah.
and it's great because we're all different, and that's why it's nice to come out with some friends that are a little bit less reserved in their photos, because
Yeah.
it means that you might get a few different ones, but simultaneously if you go with your friends that are more reserved, they might be able to catch some more candid ones of you.
Yes. Also, I'll get you to take some pictures. Another good idea is to shout random words. I've got, a set of swear words that I tend to shout at people that really make them laugh. But, if we shout, stay fresh cheese bags, see, immediate little laugh there, little smile. So literally, you can say to somebody to say cheese, which obviously the reasoning behind saying cheese is your face is more animated and you're sort of going to be smiling as you're saying that. What's the word that people say? It's like
I don't know. My
plum
family
or
says
something?
sausages quite
Sausages.
often.
There's another word.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another word that you can say. I can't remember what it is, but it's supposed to make your mouth into like quite a smiley shape.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it is. We'll think about it.
Yeah, we'll have a think, and we'll let you know. Once again, I've gone down on one knee. I'm not proposing to Emily.
No, you're a married lady now.
I'm a married lady now, so I'm not proposing
missed
to
the boat
Emily.
on that.
I know, but you're married too, so
Shall we have a little go on taking pictures on a tripod?
yes.
And then, so we will move on to a more urban environment soon, because we haven't been doing much walking, have we?
We have not.
How about you take some pictures of you using using the front-facing camera?
Yes. I'm just going to pop that one down there.
Does anyone have... Oh, someone's just said whiskey. So that's fun.
Yeah, because you get the
Oh, whiskey is... there we go. That's the word, whiskey.
I think both are solid suggestions.
Just have some whiskey.
Yeah.
Right.
I just need to flip my camera around, and I'm going to go and stand over here.
Lovely. So, Vicky, who are you wearing?
Today I am wearing a sari from Fibre Mood
It's beautiful.
with an Ogden underneath because I'm a chilly mortal, and some Dawns by Megan Nielsen, which, excuse me, showing you my bottom, has my initials on the back.
Yes, they do.
So, yeah.
It's glorious. Where did you get that fabric?
This gorgeous fabric is from a wonderful sewing shop I know in Bristol called Like So Amazing, and I believe they still have some in stock.
It sounds great. Sounds great.
Fab.
So here we go. So we've got the tripod set up.
Here we go.
There she is. Hi.
Hey.
So there are. I'm assuming people know these functions, but you generally will have a self timer that you can change. So it's really dark on the screen, but yeah. So you can do like a 3-second delay or a 10-second delay, which just gives you a little bit of time to come back and get your pose.
Yeah. So if I didn't have the clicker today, I would probably be using one of these. So I'm going to give myself. I'm going to be conservative and give myself 10 seconds to strike a pose. Or what do you reckon? Should we be bold and do 3? So I'm going to put it onto 3, and then it will give me a nice countdown. 10 to make sure that I've got myself ready to run, and then
1, 2, 3.
And you can get some nice dynamic bits and pieces ready. Let's see what that one looked like. I think I was landed. It's horribly overexposed, so that means it's really, really bright.
Yeah.
One of the problems I have being very English rose complexion is that sometimes you actually can't see my nose in my photos if I've overexposed them, and Voldemort's not the look I was going for. So what I might do is just have a quick fiddle on some of the settings on this.
Yeah, sure.
So if you're a bit worried about looking slightly overexposed and a little bit bonkers, one of the things that you can do on your phone...
I'm not sure if you can see this.
No. So sometimes what I do is to try and focus it on my face and make sure that my face is the bit that's exposed, is tap on my face, and then you can see a brightness and contrast slider comes up at the side here, and that's basically saying make sure that my face is the bit that you're trying to get the colour correction right on.
Yes.
So that's just a little bit of a tip for when you're taking photos with your phone and you're going, oh God, these are all looking a bit, I don't know what to do. Tap on that, and quite often bits and pieces will come up, and it will just let you know, you know, whether your face is overexposed or not.
So do you want to show using the clicker?
Yes, I'm just going to take it off self-timer because I will forget that if not.
Just be waiting there for 10 seconds.
Yeah. 3 seconds. So I'm just going to get myself a little bit closer. One of the things you can see at the moment is my face is going to be slightly brighter and in shadow because we've got the sun almost directly
But when you look
overhead.
when you look up that way, you've got your light. Click it.
Yeah.
Click it. That was great. Yes.
Can't quite look with my eyes open, so I'm just going to...
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
There we
So
go.
yeah, finding your light, and you can feel where the light is on your face, can't you?
Yeah, so you can feel where the light is on your face.
We'll add some of these to my stories.
I think we'll add a couple of these to the stories. Also, what you can do here is you can make sure that you're getting the nice close-ups of your garment, and you don't have to worry about holding your phone, which sometimes creates all those awkward wrinkles and everything that you've spent so long trying to fit out, making your toiles. If you do that, I do. Some people don't. It's everyone's choice. But you know, sometimes if I do this, I get a crease that I don't really want to see. Whereas if I've got my phone on my tripod or my camera on my tripod, then I can just get a bit more of a close-up. So I want to show the neckline. I can do this, click, and I've got
a dodgy bit of seam there.
I'll do it on the other one. Click, and you can get the slightly different close-ups on the angles, so you've not got to contort yourself, which, you know, I suppose these are quite good for accessibility as well. You know, if you can't get into the poses, you can't potentially raise your arms, you've got shoulder injuries or something, then a clicker can be really helpful.
Shall we start moving to is there a nice bit of street art down this way that we found? Let's do that. Right. So one other thing, do you want to grab the stuff? One other thing I did think we could mention is you don't just have to go with stills. Often people, if you actually use a video, you'll get a better picture. So I know that Jenny, who blogs under Give Us a Twirl, she tends to not take still pictures, she takes videos. And then, are we going the right way? Sorry.
I think so.
So we're just trying to work out the way out of the park.
This is so
so if you take a video and then you can download free apps that will let you go through it frame by frame until you find the one. And I've done it myself recently and it's brilliant. It's really, really useful.
It can be really helpful.
So you could dance around, just really try and free yourself up.
Yeah, free yourself up, take some jumping, because you saw what I tried to do with the self-timer and the jump. I timed that perfectly for landing.
Yes, exactly. But often, so certainly on the iPhone, you've got a live picture function, which takes, is it like a second before and a second after or something?
I believe some of the Android phones have that capability as well, if that's helpful.
And you can scroll through the frames to find the one that you want. So that is also a good tip, because you might have just missed it on the initial capture. Is it down here?
Yeah.
Yes. We're in the little dog, well, that's the play park, and then there's a little dog park coming up. It's very nice around here.
It's called a bark park.
Bark park, sorry.
It's called something cool.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh.
The bark park.
So yes, we're going to just walk through. There's a few people, cyclists. But yeah, it's very nice day. Has anyone got any questions while we are walking along? Now this just gets really awkward where there's loads of people.
I mean, we could go around that way and
yes, let's do
that.
Right.
I'm an impatient mortal most of the time anyway, and we'll just look for an option to keep moving. I do the same when I'm driving around in traffic. I'm like, I'll just take a different route.
So the handy thing about Bristol is there's lots of good street art around, because we are famous for our street art. So we've got, well, actually, Emily and I went and had a little look around at some of our favourites the other day. And you've got some really bright, bold, colourful ones. Unfortunately, some of them have things like parking meters in front of them, or they always have a parked car. But if you can get that sweet spot where it's free, then that's brilliant. But do you know what? I'm just looking over here. Hang on. So we're just walking up to this house here. Do you know what? There's a blank wall there.
So helpful.
Yeah, really helpful. So if you've got a nice, bright, colourful make, you could position yourself there, crop out the electricity boxes and the door and everything. I do that quite a lot in my pictures. One of the things
that I sometimes look for in my pictures is if I'm going out and about, I'll look for some plants that bring out a colour. So I think it was In a Haystack that did the dress like a... Oh, there's a kitty.
Sorry. We also come out to find cats. Hello. You are very sweet. Oh, actually, Vicky's got cat treats in her pocket. This wasn't planned.
Come to say hello.
Hello.
Actually,
very sweet.
I'm not going
Let's
to
not
feed
feed
them a treat because if I come across
then they'll follow us.
Hello. And we don't know whether they're on a special
diet. But you're very sweet. You look like Luna. Hi. Okay.
So I was saying there was the In a Haystack challenge, which is dressed like a chameleon sometimes. But also I just really like to try and bring out the colours in my make with the various backgrounds sometimes. So one of the things, I moved house around this time last year, and we had what we called our hipster dream wall, which was a lovely neutral grey brick wall, and that was really fantastic for taking some photos with. Now I've moved, I haven't quite found that sweet spot in my house yet, which is why that, and coupled with doing an awful lot of wedding sewing, you've probably not seen too many photos of my makes. But I'm finding my back garden is pretty good. We've got a few neutral canvases there. So neutral canvas, when I say that, it sounds like a very photography thing. It is. What I mean is just a nice neutral background, so I can showcase various other bits and pieces, and hopefully when I get some plants I'll be able to show off my slightly terrible gardening skills.
Excellent. Oh, Lorna's just said, hi Sarah, jealous of the sun in Bristol. It is beautiful
It's
now. It
lovely.
hasn't been, and it's going to tip down after 2, I think.
Yeah.
But we're doing all right for this bit. The sun has shone on us. I have to move around because my shoulder hurts now.
Yeah.
So we saw a great piece down here, didn't we, somewhere?
Oh yeah, there was a good one down there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got, so on my street there are a couple of walls which, if you get the right angle, if you crop out the bits of rubbish, and literally there could be bins in front of them,
Yeah, a
then-
good crop is.
yeah,
Yeah.
then I can actually get a decent photo out there. So I've got a few little places, and you'll tend to see in my photos that I take outside, they all tend to be like maybe one of 3 backgrounds.
Yeah.
There's like a brick wall, a red wall, and like a white sort of fence thing. So that's what I would tend to do. But if there's like, this is, turn around again, sorry.
Lovely.
That's quite interesting texturally. Stand in front of that for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could kind of work. It's a bit on a slope, but,
Yeah. And also one of the things to just make sure here is I either want something directly sticking out of my head,
Yes.
rather than in the middle of my head, because that's going to be visually drawing, whereas
Yes.
this is a bit more less, it's not going to be a focal point of your photograph.
Yep. Oh, and this wall here,
Yeah,
That's-
I will,
again, like probably in the middle bit.
yeah.
But yeah, that would be great for... Emily, do you want to take a picture of Vicky and her?
She says.
But I can't take the pictures because I'm doing the Instagram.
Oh, I can't hold it, can I?
Oh.
I can't hand it over, but I'll just look
We're trying to be very COVID secure on our walk.
I'll look regal. This is my scepter.
But yeah, that kind of thing would be great. So, but you may have people, if you're out and about in the street, you may have people coming, walking past and going, oh, what are you doing? But, taking a picture, what are you doing?
Yeah. And also you can make sure, so I tended to try and make the best of a photo there, where I decided to instead use the tripod as a prop instead of trying to hide it.
Yeah.
So if you do have things you need to use, you can just use them as props, and various bits. I quite like to have different things in my hand sometimes, and that could help you, Emily, if you when we're not quite sure how humans stand, as you like to put it. Yeah.
But yeah, we've got, there's a nice little kind of rainbow wall over there. I don't know if you can see that. Even just, an empty street, just walking up an empty street and getting someone to take a few pictures of you on the move. We've got Stephen Hawke in there. But, bins. That's not ideal.
We're going to try to go to Coral Reef.
Oh, yes. Right. This is where we'll try and cross the road safely. I hope you're all enjoying this. And I hope you can hear us still, because it's getting a little bit noisy. Right, here we go. Across the street. So you can also see what the rest of North Street looks like if you've not been to Bristol. It's very nice, lots of lovely independent shops. Nice greengrocers round there. That's not the best street art there.
It's not the best, but
That's
it
not
does
the
have
best.
nice vibrant colours, and because
Yes.
it's quite large scale, you might be able to hide some of the bits you didn't want to be seen in.
Oh, and then there's
Oh, that is gorgeous.
gorgeous piece over there. I don't know if you can see it. It might be too far away, and I don't think I can zoom in. Oh, right. But do you know what? I mean, I'd be tempted to move that bin.
You can move
But-
the bin, or we could be a little bit creative with our angles. So, should we pop stuff down just slightly out of shot and see what we can
Yeah.
get?
So-
If you're closer.
I'm ready for my close-up.
This is glorious. And actually, so thinking about what Emily's wearing, she's very black and white monochrome. So against this really vibrant wall here would be brilliant. And actually, yeah, you right in front of the doorway is brilliant. But if I was wearing what I'm wearing now, I might fight with it a little bit. So I think actually what Emily's wearing is perfect. You're perfect, Emily. You're perfect.
So one of the things that I'm finding a little bit tricky taking the photo is I want to try and get a straight line, but of course Emily stood
Yes.
on an angle, so sometimes you just have to accept.
Embrace it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you could wait for things to be perfect forever, but actually the fact that you're out and taking a photo is way better.
Because you can see that doorway
Yeah.
is on an angle.
Like most things
Right,
in Bristol.
because we are on a hill. So Lorna says, go on, move the bin. It looks like a pretty heavy bin.
Maybe if you put your hand on your head.
But actually, I really like this doorway.
Yeah, I really love this doorway. It looks really interesting. You might not have heard me say it a minute ago, but I did get Emily to move just slightly off centre.
Yep.
Because otherwise that central bit of the street art is then coming out of her head. I mean, I might take a shot and see if it looks like an umbrella. So if I can get you to just move slightly more towards the centre again.
Oh, there is a car coming, but we're all right.
Yeah, I think I'm all right.
I love this guerrilla photography.
Yeah. Okay, maybe you could hold it almost as if it is an umbrella. So if I can get you to put this hand up, yeah, and then just hold it.
What am I doing?
Like this, and I will try and get the right angle. It's a bit like the Leaning Tower of Pisa
Yeah.
photos. There we go. So I'm just going to show you, Emily, so you can see. Unfortunately, my screen stopped rotating, which is unhelpful. But can you see how you're kind of holding it? A little bit like. What I'll do is I'll make sure that I send these photos to
Yes,
Sarah,
perfect.
and tag Emily and put some up.
Yeah, we'll put a little blog post
you
together
can,
with the pictures we've taken.
Hopefully, see.
No,
No.
you can see your face and that's it.
See my face? I mean. But yeah, that's one of the things. Also, I'm just going to see if I can get a little bit more of an angle to try and get a little bit more of a mural in. And try. There's a sea turtle over to the left there.
There is.
Which is
Hello.
beautiful.
So I tend to take my pictures straight on, as in square on. That's how I prefer my grid images to look. But I think for me, I'd quite like to, for this challenge, play about with angles
that's
a bit
great,
more.
Emily. If you just carry on looking over where you were looking, yeah.
Work it, work it.
Sarah, maybe even look up even slightly more over her head.
Nice.
Lovely. See?
Um,
And you've got your
glorious.
in there. That shows joy in what you made.
you're glorious. You made this.
Beautiful.
Lovely. Right, I think we should wrap up the live here. Just turn you around. There we go, in front there. So, I hope you all enjoyed that. I will save it down as an IGTV. Thanks, everyone. Thank you very much to Vicky, and thank you very much to Emily for joining me on this. And as I said, Bethan, really looking forward to this challenge. So are we.
I'm so excited. Like I said, I really love popping together all my different hobbies, and I might even, crack out a film camera for something a little bit different, or, instant cameras as well, where if you've got an instant camera, you can take it and then you can take a picture of that. So
Or
it's,
like scan it in or something.
scan
yeah.
it in. It's just, really be creative. I mean, I'm sure Sarah would be happy for people to have got printed photographs and then put some little things on them as well, and collages.
Yeah,
or,
definitely. Lovely. Okie dokie. Right, we will leave you to it. I hope you have I hope you have a good rest of your day. And I will save this down to Instagram Live, no Instagram TV. You know the thing. Sorry, I'm running out of brain space now. But yeah, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon.